don't really think they want this bunch of punches, pilots, riots on them, fires.
This indeed has to be the last days. And I understand that it has been pretty much called the last days ever since Christ ascended into heaven. But it has to be getting close to Christ's return, because these charlatans seems to have no boundaries when it comes to blaspheming Christ. This is Pastor Jamal Bryant and his explanation of the miracle that happened at the wedding in Cana.
The wedding at Cana can be classified as an unnecessary miracle.
What?
Jesus' first miracle, Terrence, is a miracle that, quite frankly, didn't need to happen.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Jesus is at a wedding in Cana, and what I needed you to see is that no blind people are there. He's at a wedding, and nobody is there who is crippled. All the more dizzying is I need you to peer into John 2, and you'll see that no demons are present. And so I cannot biblically substantiate or justify why it is that this is his first miracle.
What's wrong with you people?
Now, here on this channel, we let the Bible preach and teach God's people. So instead of picking apart what Jamal said, let's just go to the text and see why this miracle had to happen. Or better yet, let's biblically substantiate as to why this miracle had to happen. This is John chapter 2, starting at verse 1. On the third day, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. Jesus also was invited to the wedding with his disciples. When the wine ran out, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." And Jesus said to her, "Woman, what does that have to do with me? My hour has not yet come." His mother said to his servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Now there were 6 stone jars there for the Jewish rites of purification, each holding 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the feast." So they took it. When the master of the feast tasted the water, now become wine, and did not know where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, the master of the feast called the bridegroom and said to him, "Everyone serves the good wine first, and when the people have drunk freely, then the poor wine. But you have kept the good wine until now." This, the first of his signs, Jesus did at Cana in Galilee, and manifested his glory, and his disciples believed in him. Now, wedding celebrations in those days were a big deal, and they lasted for several days. So running out of wine was pretty much a no-no. Mary knew Jesus could help the situation, and she more than likely thought that it was a good time to publicly reveal who he is. Jesus' response, "Woman, what does this have to do with me?" really signifies that he disagreed, and it was not yet time for him to publicly reveal his glory. Mary then tells the servants to just do what it is that he tells you to do. In her words, should hit us in the heart, because this is what God requires. It's our obedience. Jesus then tells the servants to fill the 6 jars that was there with water. Some theologians believe that those 6 jars represented the imperfection and insufficiency of Judaism, and also characterize the imperfection of the custom of purification. And when the servants filled the water to the brim, Jesus then told them to draw some out and take it to the master of the feast. Now, culturally speaking, the poor wine is usually served after the good wine has already served, when the guests, their senses is all dull and pretty much void. So Jesus not only did the opposite of what men usually do, he also corrected an unethical custom. And when the master of the feast tasted the wine, he told the bridegroom, it's like, man, people usually serve the good wine first, but you save the good wine for last. So there are 4 takeaways here. Number 1, this was the first of the 8 signs that was revealed in John's gospel account. The wedding in itself, it symbolizes the messianic kingdom that is to come. The wine in itself, it symbolizes joy, celebration, and the goodness of God. And Christ turning the water into wine, it revealed that he is the creator of the world, he is the life giver, and also the connection with the new covenant. So Jamal Bryant, why this miracle had to happen? Why it wasn't an unnecessary miracle? Why? Because this miracle substantiated who Christ is in the hearts of his disciples, and it manifested his power to bring transformation to those that places faith in him. There's actually so much more that could be discussed about this first miracle, but I pray that this helps those that may have struggled with that account. Thank you guys for watching. Grace and peace.